Hello, 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 all you ghoulish deck building card flopper gamers. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in on Thursday Realm Shenanigans. We get a little bit of the Halloween spooky sounds going on tonight. Make that happen. As per usual, we'll get a little bit of Hero Realms, a little bit of Star Realms. Some cards in here. May end up going to Star Realms just a little bit earlier, we'll see, just because Requisition, the newest set, is out. And I want to get more and more games in with that, because that's a cool new expansion. And getting all the games and the experience in with that I can. Looks like I think the sound is good on the mic and the music. Looks like the music might be a hair bit loud. Let me crank it down just a little bit. There we go. Alright, perfect. Let's go and hop in here. Hero Realms. I don't think there's been any updates here in the last week, so nothing to worry about there. I actually have not even played in the past few days. My queue is completely cleared. Look at that, not a single game in. I've been very busy playing Star Realms with the new set. Also playing Marvel Snap. It's a new app that came out. My son got me into that, so I've been rocking some action on that. And the usual other games that occupy my limited amount of game time. So we'll go ahead and go back here. No, actually, we'll go back there and let's go ahead and just start a random gaming queue. If anyone would like to send a challenge, feel free to do so. Feel free to send one with any character, any level. If you have a specific character you want to play against, feel free to let me know. I think we're going to... let's continue on the prestige train here with Katarina Kilsick and see what we can find out here in the queue for her. Hope everyone's week is going well. Hope you're preparing for the holiday coming up on Monday. Halloween. Get your candy. Get your treats. What is up, Bork? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. This is, I guess it's not the worst thing. There's at least a taxation. But, that was not a hot opening hand. Now we get all the trade in the world. But if our opponent has 5, we're in some trouble. With a capital T. We'll see what Mr. Wizard guy's got going on here. Oh, I didn't start this real time, did I? Oh, well, that's not going to be very helpful. Let's go ahead and start a new game here in real time. Because who knows where they're going to play. I mean, they have 48 hours to take their turn. They can take 37 hours if they want. That's how long my opponent was taking in BGG League this past season. It was crazy. Speaking of that, I need to check in on that and see what's going on. Dick jokes are always welcome here, sir. Dick and fart jokes. That's how we were raised. Alright. No real-time game. That's kind of crazy. Alright, I'm just going to go check my league championship to see what's going on there. I think I lost. Maybe someone else challenged me and then I lost to them. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so I don't even know. We'll just move on. We'll move on. I cannot believe I can't get a real-time challenge in here. This is kind of crazy. I know people talk about it. I usually don't have any issues getting the challenges in. Maybe because it's level 1, I don't know. Let me try the standard. See what happens there. But I guess that level 1 wouldn't matter if they also selected down level. They could be level 12 for all it matters. I'll see if anything comes up there. Otherwise, this might just be a really early night of hopping in Star Realms and playing some Requisition. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Really enjoying some of the mechanics, you know, getting the cards cheaper, playing with the new cards. I did buy the gigantic blue base and one of my games I had going on, one of my friendly games. And even though I had like 4 or 5 other blue cards in my deck, yeah, it never successfully triggered for more than 1. So the base cost 9. I think I ended up getting it for like 6 because I had 3 blue cards. But every time I put it out there, it was the only blue card I had. And it would give me 1 life and 1 card. And it's just like, that card is... I see the potential. It could be, you know, like Blob World. But it's just not there. It's... No. It needs to give you like 2 life and a card for every blue you have out. Or just something better than the 1-on-1. Because it is really, really not good. But I guess every set's got that, where some of the high expensive stuff is really good and some of their stuff is really bad. Tiny Bones rolling in. He wants a piece of this action. Are we going to play against a thief that's going to get Death Touch and Spark on us? There goes both of them. As called. And does not buy the free fire gems. So this is something that I've noticed. Sometimes playing against maybe newer players. I don't know. You know what? I want some economy. I want to push to get these 6s here before my opponent gets them. And then I'll start doing damage. I've noticed some of these level 1 characters, and again, maybe it's because they're newer players, they don't use Pilfer to get the free fire gem. And it's like, it's literally the only card you can get with it. Okay, he does use it there before the deck flip. Okay, so they're not completely new. They are aware. Or maybe this person is watching me right now and they're like, wow, this guy's kind of a dick. But you know, so no. Like I said, I have noticed that I've run into people, they don't use it. And then, or sometimes they'll use it on like deck, you know, deck 3 or deck 4. It's like, that's a lot of economy that you lost out on. Ravens and the Buccaneers are playing tonight. And Kenyon Drake just scored. Because I started Gus Edwards in 2 leagues. So that is why Kenyon Drake just scored instead. That's how it works. Okay, we got this Rally the Troops. So we are looking at that Daring Warmage getting even more value out of him. We can get those two to pair up. We can use the Warmage. We can prepare it and use it again. We're highly interested in that. Okay, there goes Braylon. That's really not good for us. Our opponent's got Spark and Braylon. Our opponent's... How did they... I mean, I suppose they start with 2 rubies, plus they did grab the deck 1 fire gem. We're getting 5 trade multiple times. Okay, so as much as I'd like Prav, I can't... Oh, hang on. I was gonna say, I can't justify pitching Rally the Troops for that. So we'll pitch the gold, unfortunately. This is interesting. I can't buy Tide Priestess. I mean, come on. Can't do it. Just can't. Death Cultist, on the other hand, at least is a guard. And we just flip them an Elven Curse. We're going damage here, kids. Let's do it up. We're going to keep the fire gem around just a hair bit longer. Maybe we'll get a use out of it. We'll see what happens. Alright. Let's see what this Carpurist has. Is there for like Carpal Tunnel? Is that a Carpal Tunnel joke? That's what I'm thinking it is. What do you guys think? We just took a gigantic hit. And we're discarding a card. Okay. Do we want to keep the Shield Bearer? We'd have 4 trade. We don't need 4 trade. We just need 3. So we will pitch the gold. There we go. Excellent. So we'll grab the Elven Curse. 4. I could get 8 healing right here, or I can do 6 more damage. I think we're going damage, folks. Going down. I could have done one of each too. I mean, and that, I don't think that'd be terrible. Still a 7-point swing. But I think here, let's just get the 6 damage in on him. Let's put him away. You win games by putting your opponent to 0 or less. So that should always be your goal. If you're not doing that, you better have a really good reason to not do that. All right, they're healing too as well, so we gotta keep that in mind. We're fine here. Not particularly great in this deck because I have no other blue, but Death Threat is free damage. It's only 1, but it's free. And I can always pick up blue cards later. And if I do, that's awesome. But it's like picking up a Corvette in Star Realms if you're playing just vanilla base set. It doesn't hurt to have it in your deck. It replaces itself, it gives you a damage, and then potentially you could ally it later for some bonuses. So something to keep in mind. I'm shocked, folks. It's Thursday Night Football. 9 minutes left in the third quarter, and there's 20 points on the board. I mean, that is a staggering amount of points for Thursday Night Football. I don't know. I can hardly contain myself. 10 points apiece. They're going buck wild. I'm discarding my whole hand here. My goodness, this is crazy. Alright, let's do this up here. We are not buying anything. We're going aggro. We're going damage. We need to put this person away. We got to kill Braylon. We can't let the allying of the green happen over and over. One thing of note too, our opponent has not been able to or has not chosen to buy Word of Power yet. Excuse me. So we'll see what happens with that. I think that card's out of reach now at this point in the game because we're getting 5 trade over and over. That's just all there is to it. I'm tempted to pitch the axe and pick up Parav here. Let's get it's a champion. It does damage and it's gonna combo with our death threat. We're gonna lose 2 damage, basically 4 because we're not gonna use this for the shoulder. Bash, that's okay. Let's do that. I know what you're thinking. Me too. Why am I not buying Varric? Varric is easily the strongest champion in the game. Shut it. We know better than that. Anyways, he wouldn't be the worst because I do have another guild card here, or another cult card. I do have the draw from the death threat here. So, I mean, I could find uses for him. Just not happening. Okay, so we are looking at just basically, I think, pitching all of our trade. Which does kind of stink still. Hey. We like this. We like this a lot. We have paired up the Rally of the Troops with the Daring War Mage again. Getting that more than once. And relatively not that far apart. That's awesome. Because that's usually something you buy and you hope to pull off once, twice maybe. Because I'm not scrapped at all and I have no scrap. So the fact that we did get that, pretty cool. We like that. We did hit him with the discard as well too. 1 discard's not a big deal, but sometimes that can be enough just to be annoying. To maybe shut him down a little bit. Okay, so we're getting hit with 2 discards. Easy choice here. Bickety bam, Wolfie Berserk style. I'm thinking we actually just leave that Wolf Shaman there. We don't even care about it. We're going straight for the throat. Does he have a guard in his deck? He does not. So at most, he's going to get bonus to the discard and 2 extra damage from the closed ranks. He's got a lot of damage coming up, but I'm thinking we're doing okay. Bickety bam, Wolfie Berserk style. What's up, Jay? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. Oh, double dubs in the house. Double dubs. Henry Allen's canceled on me. Sorry. He's like, I'll be there, man. I'll totally be there. It'll be awesome. I'm like, cool, let's do it. And then he canceled. Okay. So now I'm thinking I don't like leaving that cult priest out there for the 4 damage to combo here. But we can drop. We're going for it. We're sticking to our guns. Yeah, he's like, dude, last minute, it's the typical family member sick, or I had an emergency come up, or it's my second cousin's next door neighbor's bar mitzvah I totally forgot about. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. Just making excuses at this point. Just, don't even lose my number while you're at it. So, it's a strained relationship we have now. And that's just how it's going to be. It's unfortunate, but sometimes that happens in life. All right, what's this guy going? He's got 11 damage. We got 1 discard. Probably 2 discards coming out. What did he buy? Oh, he actually did buy Word of Power. No, just the 1 discard, so that's easy clap. We've got that, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that, we've got this. Okay, do your animation already. Yeah, buddy, they conceded, it looks like. Sweet. Taking that down. Busting them up. Getting ready to prestige this character once again. As we go to level 2. Watch out. Precision blow becoming powerful blow. We're stacking up. Oh my god, okay. Yeah. So we've got Katarina Kilsick versus Gary Elwin. I think this is the non-real-time. Jay Collinson over the challenge as well. Let's go and hop in there. Jay, do you have a preference? Who you play against? What class? And do you have a preference? I guess I don't get to choose what level unless I play a character of a lower level. You let me know. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know your sauce. What's your sauce level at tonight? No, sir, he says. Okay, so I won't make you play against level 2 fighter at least. I think I will make you play against the level 7 thief. This is my Tavern Brawl character from last season. I've been playing a character once in a while here and there, just doing some things. How do I get this out? I've got Heist. I've got the Distracted Exchange, or I could just see what I even have going on here. Man, I really want to hit that Distracted Exchange like immediately, but I don't think I can pass up a turn 1 Intimidation. I think maybe I should have, who knows? Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I took Sacrificial Dagger with this character. Gross, I guess I was trying something new because it's my Tavern Ball character, but why is Kenyon Drake running the ball again? Oh, he's not. It's a third dude. Why is Gus Edwards not running the ball? Oh, because I started hitting him in fantasy. That's why. So he's gonna come out there and give me like 20 yards and then go take a breather on the bench for a while. Did he get injured? Like what happened? Let me go do some digging around here. Let me see what's up. Yeah, let's see what happens. Click on the team. You can do it. Why is it not loading? I don't know why it's not loading. I don't know what's going on. Yahoo site and Firefox just not cooperating. Yeah, I've got him on the bench in one league. I started him, and I think I actually only started him in one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's like completely just not even cooperating. He's better than what I actually had in that league for my RB2, which is sad. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. I don't know what's going on. It's just like sitting there loading. Whatever. We don't care. Okay, so now we got some choices. Our opponent did a lot of things. They picked up Wolf Form. I mean, this is what's so ridiculous about the Ranger. They went player 2, purchased a 5-cost card, and did enough shenanigans of drawing and shuffling to completely just cycle their deck. What? So anyways, we're going to go full aggro here, I think. We're going to try something different. Normally I don't advise this or recommend it, because you do need some economy, you do need some tricks. I'm going to see what happens if I try that here. All right, let's try going back into the league. There we go. Now it's loading. Yeah, my Dynasty League, I'm not doing good at all. I actually won it 2 years ago. I placed again last year. I placed in this one, usually in the top 50%, but actually placed in the money more years than not in this league. But this year, 3 and 4. And I'm in 8th place out of 12 teams. It's not good. That's not the one that I've got Gus Edwards in, though. I lied. Let me take a look here. Alright, the one I got Gus Edwards in is my work league. Why is it... Oh, no, that's the kicker. Okay, yes, the Dynasty League, I've got Ryan Suckup playing. So yeah, Gus Edwards. 9 rushes, 41 yards, and I don't see any tags about being injured or anything. Maybe he comes back in the game. Who knows? I hope. Okay, let's see what our opponent's doing. They picked up Dark Energy. Bad news for us. That's the other thing about Rangers, is they can cycle their decks so fast. They just need to literally buy 1 or 2 big damage cards, and that's all they have to buy the whole game. I literally lost to one guy that just bought a Drain Life, and that's the only card he bought the whole game. And he just hit me with that and all his other cards for like 4 turns, and I was dead. So it's brutal. It's tough out here in the streets. All right, what are we doing here? We've got 4 potential trade, but we have to discard. Let's take a look here. If I discard a knife, I'm basically losing 3 damage, which is opposite of what I just said I wanted to do. Okay, I guess we'll just do this. This will justify us buying ourselves a fire gem. Actually, no, we'll use our healing ability. I know how to play this game. I'm like not even looking at my healing ability, my Destructive Exchange. I'm not even glancing its way. I'm not paying it the proper due respect it needs. Healing, as we know, is broken in this game. I still fully plan on losing due to those 2 cards that Jay purchased. Those 2 cards alone with his cycling ability, I'm probably dead. But yeah, this at least I can drag it out a little bit, make him maybe purchase some more cards, bog down the deck a little bit, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. Not counting on it though. So, hope everyone's week is going well. I always feel like I'm like right on the cusp of the weekend when I'm streaming. It's Thursday night. I go in for, you know, work Friday. Well, I don't go. I work from home. It's awesome. I love it. Think, you know, pandemic took care of that for me, and I just don't plan on going back to the office. So I don't have to shave every day. You know, scruff it up like this. All right, what do we got going on? So look at this. Just draw. And hits me with both of them. No remorse. All right, we'll get rid of the knife because we only got the 1 knife there. We got 5. Let's grab this Parav. I really would have liked to use my healing ability, but Parav there looking good with 2 intimidations in the deck. Maybe I can pair one up. We'll see. I don't know. Sacrificial Dagger. I feel like I've only seen that card like 1 time this entire game. Meanwhile, my opponent has shuffled his deck 15 times. But I feel like I've literally seen the Sacrificial Dagger maybe the 2nd time here. Or has it been at least 2? Probably has been at least 2. So, I don't know. Yeah, because I only got 3 gold left, so yeah, it must be at least 2. And you can only sacrifice from hand too. That's the crappy part about that. It's very underwhelming. Do we want to steal it? We don't have enough trade to steal anything good. 4 and 5, so I should have actually pitched in. Well, no, because that's not trade anyways. Street Thug, honestly, wouldn't be the worst thing because of my blues. Oh my goodness, the commute time. And I don't live in like a super populated area. Like I don't live in like Chicago or Boston or, you know, any of these like massive areas where people are driving an hour to go 20 miles, you know. But for me, it is a good, you know, 40 minutes of driving each day, you know, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back at least, that I really got a plan around. And yeah, I don't miss it at all. Plus the highway by that area, especially during winter time, there's just a lot of accidents, a lot of people not paying attention. J.K. Robbins just scored. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, thanks, Gus Edwards. Anyways, and it was a pass too. So, anyways, yeah, I don't miss that at all. Being able to get up a little bit later, take my time in the morning. You know, my wife mostly does the stuff with my. Oh no, it was a pass. Why do I think Rob is it? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. He just prefers that she helps him in the morning. I'm like, all right, no sweat off me, you know. I'm almost dead here. Am I dead? 7, 12. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead either way. Do I steal something? And so now I've got the trade, and the 2 cards I would want are not available to me. So we have to use this to at least stay in the game. Is it worth me taking War Mage? Sure, I mean, why not? We'll just say we used our ability once this game. Whatever, because that other stuff's never going to be in the discard. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, getting up, taking my time in the morning, hop in the shower, you know, walk 10 feet over, I'm in my office, I'm ready to go. And then just also the other thing too, like when I'm done with work, literally just like stand up, walk away from my desk, I'm in the house, you know, it's awesome. I'm ready to go. Son's home from school. The wife usually gets done around the same time I do. And it's really nice then not having to get done with work, chat with people for a good 10-15 minutes half the time before I leave work, and then drive home. So, you know, it's a good 45 to an hour before I get home, usually sometimes at night. I don't miss that. I do kind of miss working in proximity of my coworkers. I do work with a lot of good friends, but we're still alive. We're rocking. But just, you know, being able to video chat all the time. We have all our like meetings that way, and we ever shoot bouncing questions off each other. We hop on there. You know, it's not bad. It's a good system. And luckily for like my job, actually I switched jobs within my company, but even that job too, we were up and running one day after they sent everyone home for COVID. So it was a no harsh transition. Worked out well. Still got a lot of the horror stories of some of my coworkers though that just either aren't tech savvy or weren't set up from home really in a conducive way to work from there, and they're working off of like card tables and TV trays and stuff like that because they don't even have like a desk, or a lot of them, some of them don't even have a computer. They choose like a tablet or a phone or whatever, or they didn't have the space for it. And luckily, as in a situation where I'm a gamer, I've got a computer desk all set up, I just was good to go. It wasn't hard for me, but some of those, that was a rough transition for him. Felt for him for sure. We're sticking around this game just enough to be annoying. The ship might be going down here though. Our opponent was not able to make us discard. That's coming up. Okay, so our opponent has 15 damage coming up. So based on what I'm seeing here, we're dead. The only chance we have is if our opponent doesn't draw both the Dark Energy and the Wolf form. If he doesn't, I mean, we're sticking around long enough to at least make it interesting. We'll grab Borg there, and of course they flipped on a Spark. Why wouldn't I? So we're banking on a bad draw of our opponent. That's never a good feeling. Knowing it doesn't matter, we're dead the next turn anyways. Look at this hand. This was not this. I think we did okay. Our opponent did at bottom deck, but again, it's not going to be enough to keep us alive, unfortunately. We'll see. Well, I take that back, because our opponent has to choose now if they want to kill the War Mage. They do kill the War Mage. They do shuffle, but now they have a chance of getting back basically almost everything there. I guess we'll pitch the 2 gold. We'll play the knives. Oh no, I need a gold because I need life more than anything. Oh, that stinks. Okay, I guess we'll do it this way. Oh, hang on. No, I have an extra gold from using it last turn. Okay, I know how to play this game. I am a tournament winner at this game. I'm a professional. No idea what I'm doing. Okay, let's... breaking under pressure here. So yeah, I don't need those here. I know what I'm doing. Why you guys down me like that? Look at that. Oh my god. Okay, so we're banking once again on a bad draw from our opponent, but now our opponent has a fresh deck, fresh shuffle. We know they have at least 7 damage in their hand. So our opponent needs to get 9 more damage out of whatever else they drew. And they drew a fresh hand of 4. Oh, they're tracking. So their track lets them put 2 in the discard, others back on top, so they don't actually get to draw from that. But our opponent does have something called a bow. And they have arrows, and they have a quiver. All those cards, in one way or another, will let them draw. Oh my god. We need to draw. This stinks. Even if I draw the intimidation, I'm going to be 1 damage short. But the nice thing is, We've got bases basically in front of... Flip up my curse, why wouldn't I? Alright, let's give it a shot again. We're going to put our opponent at 1. Let's see what happens. We've secretly placed Dusto with a complete luck sack. Let's see if our audience notices. Yeah, that was crazy, considering how strong his draws were earlier. That's the other thing too. But now he's got the bow. We know he's got the arrows coming up. We know he just stacked the top of his deck. I'm probably in trouble here. We'll see. This is a lot of damage to get through all this. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Well, folks, once in a while, the blind squirrel finds the nut. Oh my goodness. We will take the ultra rare win against Jay Collins. Thank you so much for the challenge, Jay. That was some bad beats there at the end on your part. That's rough. I apologize for that. Yeah, it's like, what is going on? I should be dead multiple times. Once again, Thief Healing. Talked about it on Dub Stream last night. Talked about it on Agent Streams all the time. Broken. Thank you so much, sir. That was a heck of a game. That was brutal. Chuck Finley, level 3 fighter. Let's rock. Yeah, that was crazy. That was just, I'm like, what is going on there? Mike Evans just score? No, he did not. Okay. Chuck Finley, who would you like to play against? You have your choice of any class. You're level 3, which I love. So that means we're going to play base level. I would love to give you your choice of class you'd like to play against. Okay. So what I'm going to tell you, Jay. I didn't even notice you sacrificed a wolf, honestly. I wasn't paying attention. So,
it's Brittany, baby.
Yeah, that's all that's going in my head. Nothing actually useful. So yeah, maybe you did. I didn't notice you did, and actually if you did, I think that maybe might be part of the case. Because again, you were just coming up a little bit short there multiple times. I didn't realize you did actually. It'd be hard to do it, because again, that's when you're only a couple damage to make good discard 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, looking back on that then, if that's what's happening, yeah, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'd be hard-pressed to ever scrap it. The wolf form for me is one of the... Let's go and start our game here real quick. Okay, and Dub says he'll play against anything. He doesn't give a squat. So I will... I don't want to do fighter. I don't want to do... Well, I could do wizard and just get rolled over. Let's do level 3 cleric versus level 3 fighter, because it won't be super long and boring. I'm not level 12 and all maxed out. He's saying it's wrong. I think the wolf form to me is one of the most controversial cards of if you should ever scrap it, because it does so... Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. This is a starting row. Okay, anyways. Yeah, it usually doesn't, but you had... Yeah, well, then you didn't, so... Yeah, I'm always hard-pressed to ever scrap it, just because it does so much. It does 8. What do you mean you're torn? Oh, so he must only have 2 trade. Because, yeah, if our opponent had 3 trade, this would be the easiest row in the world. So, yes, we will, of course, take the Spark. Okay, talk about torn. I don't want to give you the Spark, even though I really want the Recruit. I was really hoping for a Death Touch there, but that wasn't meant to be. But the nice thing, consolation prize for me, is I know I have enough for my choice of what's left between command and rampage. And our opponent did get the 5 for command. That stinks. So we will be buying rampage, and we're not too upset about that. I can get a champion out just to kill his guy. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it at this time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, especially now since I can just blow through it. Yeah, I think getting rampage is... Oh my goodness. Our opponent's got all the trade in the world. Yeah, we will grab our recruit now. We're good with that. Getting that rampage for, especially me not having any scrap, is very important, obviously. It's a big damage card, but it's also, it's going to help you cycle out some of these cards as well. I mean, I'm going to cycle out 2 gold for basically better cards. Rally the troops. So Dubs is buying solid cards every single turn here. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. So we're going to rampage. Draw 2. The nice thing is you can draw first for what you're going to do. This is going to leave me short of buying the good stuff, but I'm going to do it. I am thinking about picking up a fire gem just because there's some 4s and 5s out there and I'm getting a little short on purchasing power. Hitting the bless here isn't the worst thing in the world. Get a little bit of healing. Try to catch back up there before I get too far behind. I think though, because we're going into a shuffle, I'm going to pick up that fire gem. Yeah, Jay would talk about the wolf form, hit the discard. Yeah, exactly. Because once you're hitting that discard 3, now you're dropping over half of their hand down. Frank has just subscribed. Thank you so much, Frank. I greatly appreciate that. Good seeing you, sir. Thanks for joining the train. That command is going to be a pain in the butt for me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We will definitely grab this deception. That card is one of the ones where you start to get to a point in the game, you're like, do I really need this? No, you need it every time. You need it. It's the free trade with the card draw. Oh, there goes the other spark. That's unfortunate. All right, let's rampage up. So, okay, I can still get rid of 2 gold and grab the rot. We like that. We need to get this rot rolling here. Do we get rid of the fire gem now? There's still a life drain out there, so no, we're gonna keep it around for another spin on the track here. All right, let's see what happens here. It's got that rally troops, throwing axe combo, which I love. I love having that one card, rally the troops, intimidation, anything like that that'll give you the 5 damage. And then getting your throwing axe with it instead of having to piece together multiple or trying to decide if you want to use your ability to do 2 damage. I am getting smoked here. I think I'm getting way too lax as far as protecting myself. So I am going to... I'm actually going to grab the Man-at-Arms. I really don't want to give up that Elven Gift, but I think at this time I really need to because I am dying. And I almost just... I'm going to use this because I want to kill his Master Wayne. I don't want to leave that guy out there just to hit me for 3 and I just healed for 3. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's cool. It gives me the ability, even though I did it out of order, it gives me the +1 defense on the follower. I like to say they made this app easy mode. You can't really forget anything. Matt the Cutter now, thanks so much for stopping in. Good seeing you, sir, representing very well. Let's pitch the... Do we pitch the gold? I don't think we do. I think we pitched because we want the trade, because if we draw a gold off of this, we're going to get 6. We're going to grab Borg or Life Drain. See? Told you so. I would like to get 5 life off of that, but I am thinking we're going to grab Life Drain and just hope we live. Opponent's got a lot. Oh my goodness. Never mind, we just lost because we didn't pay attention. Even though I don't know how much longer I'd survive anyways. But yeah. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. Good game, Double Dubs. Thank you so much for the beat down there. That was ugly. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. You ugly. You ugly. Thank you so much. I think I was not focused on keeping my health up. And yeah, that was crazy roll. And then that last hand too, that was just a lot of damage coming together there right at the end. I didn't have anything going with champions either, which at level 3 cleric, obviously not as important as higher level. Oh my goodness, that guy just twisted his ankle all over. But yeah, it's still, you still want him out there. Sure, Jay, we can do another rematch. Who did you played against? My thief. Let's do that up here. And then I think after that game, we may play one more, or we may fly over and get some Realms action going. So let's go ahead and get this game in here. Against the Mr. J. Collins. He's coming back for revenge after the bottom deck bad draw, bad beats fiasco that just took place. And I was the benefactor of that. So we're good with that. That's how we roll. We take those wins. All right, let's see what we can do here real quick. There is a lot of good stuff out there. We got ourselves a high economy card. Our opponent's going to buy 4 things off the row and cycle their deck in one turn. It's going to be great. Stick around. Watch how this is done. I'm going to go on a limb here and say if Jay gets well form, he doesn't scrap at this game. Just hangs on to it till the bitter end. Okay. He's only got enough to get one of those. Why the orc? Oh, because he's got the arrow. Interesting. So but he only had 4 trade. So yeah, it was. Yeah, if he would have had one more trade, I mean, to get Grunt and the curse would be huge. All right, so we are actually going to pass on scrapping, I believe. Yeah, and we're just going to take the double arc Grunt. And we flip him a spark. Okay. So that's not good. But it is what happened. It is what took place. And we have to deal with it. Why is Kenyon Drake in? Like, Matt's, what's going on here? I started Gus Edwards. I need Gus to do what he did last week. I don't need Kenyon Drake out there or J.K. Robbins. I don't need that. That's not what I signed up for. What I did sign up for is watching Tom Brady be a complete embarrassment to his career and losing to an XFL quarterback. Like he did last week with PJ Walker. That I signed up for all day. And now Tom Brady's out there like... That's what he's trying to do. There goes the death threat. We're going to be short getting that rally. So let's pitch the gold. This is going to make this a pretty easy choice for us. I'd be interested in taking that recruit, but we're just going to go and use our ability. Try to get an economy boost next turn along with the trade. See if we can buy some of these bigger cards here. Or... be able to afford to scrap and purchase cards as well, which is something I would like to do because once again, I purchased Sacrificial Dagger with this deck or this build and I have no idea why. None. Completely random. Yeah, it's bad. Football this year has just been completely, the opposite of what people thought. You've got that mess going on with Rodgers and Brady, and then look at Russell Wilson. Let's ride, Broncos. Like, what is going on there? We've got a dire wolf out there that we're interested in, I'll tell you that. Especially with me having 2 work grunts. So let's pitch the knife. We can still get our scrap in. Grab that dire wolf. We'll keep that. We got to keep that influence around. Yeah, I heard about that flight thing too, where everyone's sleeping, and he's. I mean, but he has to. He has to try to be the team leader, show the effort. You know, they talk about those. You know, the ones that are first in the building, the last ones to leave. They're taking the extra reps. They're doing whatever. He has to do that as the QB1, face of the franchise. Broncos out there getting Peyton Manning 2.0, but instead they're getting Dusto 2.0 out there throwing the ball. It is bad. It's embarrassing. This is really interesting. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, I discarded the wrong card. I'm like, what am I? Okay, I didn't realize that. I know what's going on here. Okay, I'm paying attention. Anyways, the discard hurts there. That really hurts. Look at these 6s. Look at these saucy 6s. That we're not getting any of that action. We're all guards, though. So we like that man at arms. We get to use our ability. We like that. Let's hit him up with that. We need to use it more. We need to get that ingrained. We need to not draw Sacrificial Dagger. Like, just like, oh. Who was that? Duvernay. Running back. Baltimore Ravens. Not Gus Edwards. That's what I know what's going on. Ooh, look at that guy's face. There is that dude. He is looking all sorts of down about that. That Bucs fan is not having it. Especially when the team comes into your house. I went to that Jets game at Lambeau Field with the Packers. And it doesn't happen often. We left early. We didn't finish the 4th quarter. We stayed a little bit longer than many other people, but I'm not ashamed to say we left early, and it was a weird feeling. Okay, so let's do something here. Okay, I think we're gonna take the curse. And to be able to use our ability. So that feels good. Even though our opponent is freaking still in the 40s after hitting them for big damage. That doesn't feel good. I don't know. Because the Bucs defense can still turn it on. They can still keep it a tight game. But they're not getting the pick sixes. Obviously, that's an anomaly whenever that happens. But they're not getting like the explosive defensive plays I think we saw in the past couple of years. And they're getting some sacks, but it doesn't seem to be the dominant number like they had before. So, 8-man league? Yeah, I would definitely, unless you've got like one of like the top 4 or 5 defenses, I'd just be streaming weekly. Who's playing Indianapolis? Who's playing Houston? I remember doing that years ago when Alex Smith was quarterbacking in Kansas City. And I know he had a good stretch there, but this was during the bad stretch. And I literally every week just streamed whoever was playing Kansas City. And it was working really well. I'm wondering. Yeah, I mean, there's too much good stuff out there that's big. We got to grab that fire gem. So we've got the Haunted House Lo-Fi Hip Hop Mix. No copyright. So hope you all are enjoying that. Yeah, the Bucks defense, we all, again, it's the whole Bucks team isn't doing what we thought it was going to do. Half of football is not doing what we thought they were going to do. We knew the Packers would be rough. We didn't think they'd be this bad. Who thought the Eagles? We thought they'd be good. I was a Jalen Hurts believer. But for them to be just like absolutely dominant like they are, I don't think anyone saw that. The Carolina thing, yeah. Do you ever think Christian McCaffrey would be traded from there mid-season? No, ever, no. I mean, it's just the crazy. Oh, we're short again. We're just gonna do the same thing, rinse and repeat. There's just some crazy stuff going on in the world of football. So if you're not a football fan, I apologize. If you're just here for the gaming, you don't like sports ball, I apologize for that. It's just hard because I do stream on Thursdays and it's during Thursday Night Football, and I am a avid football fan. So I do like to talk about it. You can just ignore me, put me on mute, just watch the card game. That works too. Yeah, for sure the Bills. And exactly, the Chiefs, like, they were looking a little rough. Their run game's a little sketchy. But Patrick Mahomes is showing that he can still just make something out of nothing. Which is just amazing always. Okay, so are we going to be able to buy one of these cards? Because our opponent is now buying the 6s. Our opponent has beat us to the 6s. They picked up Kraka, which is really bad for us. We would have loved to get Kraka. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so we are going to get a 6. We're just not going to be able to scrap. That's the breaks. Borg is interesting with me being a guard-heavy build. But Life Drain is 8 damage and a scrap. I mean, that's just one of those cards that you can't pass up. Yeah, the Tyreek trade, that was big. And Mahomes is showing, too, that he doesn't have, like, bad players. I mean, he's got players that have been underperforming. But, he's got Juju there. He obviously has Travis Kelce, which is phenomenal. His run support's really weak. But then he's got, like, MVS and Mecole Hardman. Just, nothing, like, spectacular. And he's getting it done with these guys. So it's pretty impressive. Yeah, and then Tyreek started out really hot, if I remember right. And then, I don't know if he got injured or something, but he just kind of disappeared. Okay, we got to discard the 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I get rid of the Ruby and keep everything, I can clear out his row. But then I can't use my ability and buy, that's fine. We got to do what we got to do. Let's do this. And then get rid of this. We're going to clear his row. Right now we're kind of in survival mode because we're starting to get beat down again. We're not getting the healing in. Excuse me. The guards aren't coming up together. I'm missing. The Orc Grunts are missing each other. I'm not getting even the Direwolf with it. I think I've drawn off the Orc Grunt once when he paired up with the Direwolf. Yeah, the Tua thing scared me, especially with, that was so bad. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he was going to be out for a while. Okay, so we did at least get these guards to stick together a little bit. Get us a little bit of defense. I think just because of the mass amount of green I have, I'm going to justify Elven Gift over Intimidation. And I have no blue. But it's most likely going to pair for 4 damage, cycle a card, and give me trade. I'm just getting more value out of that. So we'll take that. Yeah, we're not interested, obviously, in a bribe. Then we'll also get rid of the Fire Gem because of that as well. So right now we're in survival mode. Oh, okay. Well, I keep my big mouth shut about not pairing up the greens. I didn't say anything. What are you talking about? I didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. Oh, someone's down. That's a weird position there. Defender down on his face in the end zone. Oh, did a little collision? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I think it was. I think he rolled right into his legs. Oh, we almost had an interception from Julio. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. That dude just flew in the air. Some of the things these guys do just create. Oh, I tried to go for it. Jump up, jump, watch out, watch out, watch out. Anyways. Opponent's light on damage, but he's gonna... What's he got in here? Oh, he doesn't have any more damage. Oh, he's gonna be able to kill my orc run, unfortunately. That would have been huge if I'd had the 2 orc runs out there, get the 2 draws. We're not upset about getting the 1 draw then, for sure. We'll take that. We're gonna get Am I scrapping Ruby? So I need to use my healing ability. I mean, what would justify me not using the healing ability and not scrapping the Ruby? I would have to draw this other Ruby to get 8 for Firebomb. Or I could get Rampage and use my ability. But I mean, this is 1 out of 10. So let's just assume I get a gold. Let's assume I get 1 trade. That gets me 7. Oh, that really hurts. I honestly don't want to scrap the Ruby here, but literally I got to look at it as we're endgame. This only gives me trade. Influence, at least I can justify keeping around because I can scrap it for damage and it combos with my life drain in this example right here. There we go. So we got the 1 gold. So yeah, we'll just grab the 5 damage card. We're not upset about that at all. Hit our opponent with that. Do I get rid of intimidation here now? I mean, our opponent does have some... yes, let's just do it. Let's not even debate about it. It's a good hit. Our opponent's in the teens, but our opponent does have trade, or does have healing. And our opponent has good deck cycling. So let's see what he's able to come up with here. It's a good thing I don't play real time because, my goodness, I can't even pay attention in a 48-hour game while I'm playing it real time. Yes, that's how it works. That's pretty funny watching Dubs play real time last night. Same thing on the stream with someone, and doing the same thing. Like, it's hard. You lose track. You're talking. You're trying to pay attention to the game, and it's very easy to. That's why, like, when I do like arena on stream and stuff like that, I feel like I'm gonna run out of. Speaking of arena, I need to get the arena for Star Realms. I need to get the there's like a pumpkin avatar or something out there I saw. We'll draw off that. Ooh, that's some good damage. Ooh, does he even have any guards? He does have a couple guards. Well, to a non-guard. He's definitely got non-guards. But if I get... it does 4 damage. But we're going to get rid of it. It's not doing what I needed to at this moment. And we're very close to putting our opponent away, hopefully. Knock on wood. Yeah, Barry. I refer to Barry as my weekly loss, usually when he's here, because it's just ridiculous. He's got that thief down so well. I mean, when you play, 5,000 games with it, and I don't think I'm exaggerating much with the prestige level he's at. You learn the nuances of the character and of the cards, and I'm excited I want to hear something about getting some more cards in this game. I feel like we've been playing this for a while, and I know they're working on the app, and they're still doing tweaks, and there's a lot of things that they're working with. And I'm just being spoiled because we have so much variety with Star Realms. But I want some new cards. Mostly also because for the physical set, I haven't played with the other cards. I've only played with the base set and the heroes. Or the champions, or whatever they are, the classes. So I haven't played like Lost Village, all that stuff, and I haven't played. Undo that. I thought I'd discard 2. Any of that stuff. So I'm excited. I would like to see more cards. All right, is this it? We get them? Yeah, we did. Oof. Taking it down. Taking it down 2-0. Finishing up the set with Mr. J. Looks like he had some rough drawing there again. But I had to focus on the heals there to stay in that game. So thank you so much for that challenge again, Jay. I appreciate it. I'll take my XP as we're leveling up this level 7 character. So we are going to hop over to some Star Realms. And we are definitely going to play Requisition. So take some challenges. I'm sure Matt most likely has sent over a challenge already. Let me update the stream here to represent that we are playing Star Realms and not Hero Realms. And then let me also move my big old noggin here over into the corner. I'm putting myself in the corner. I'm going to timeout. Let's do that. Enjoy, sir. I've been playing it. My son's been playing it. We haven't been playing it a ton, but enough. Let me see what level I am on it. I'm going to load that up here real quick. It's fun. I really do like it. I need to study it more because there is just some brutal combos in Marvel Snap. So I don't even know how you tell your level. Is it the number on the lower? 37 silver? Or is that just like my rank? I'm level 13 on the season. I don't know how to tell my level on this game. It's really weird. Like most games, it's like right there in front of you. There's rank and collection level, so sure. On the season pass, which I don't purchase the pass on here, just because I do for Clash Royale, because I've been playing that since it came out. We've got a pretty active clan I'm on there, so I do purchase that one. But anyways, I just wanted to try this one, and it's actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I legitimately didn't. I glanced at it, I'm like, eh. There's a little badge there. Is your rank? So if you're talking about the main screen on the lower right, I'm 37. So again, yeah, I have not played it a ton. Gotcha. Yeah, it's always cool when you see people that have some new cards, or you get new cards and you're like seeing some of the nuances. Yeah, silver. All right, so I do not have any challenges from Matt here yet. So if anyone else would like to send over a challenge, feel free to do so. I think this is a tournament game with Serafina, but I think she also sent me the let me log into Battlefy real quick. I think this is Daryl's tournament. Where we're supposed to, I don't even know. All right, I don't know. I'll deal with it later. He uses Battlefy, which for some reason it shouldn't be, but it just seems incredibly complicated for me, even though it shouldn't. Frontiers feature Battleground. Okay, I think this is one we're working with. It seems very weird how it's set up. Yeah, we are playing. Okay. So yeah, I think she sent me this one with Frontiers. I think you're supposed to play one with each of these. I don't know, I'll figure it out later. But this is, so here's the avatar I was talking about. Yes, the artwork, I do enjoy that. I do enjoy upgrading the cards, you know, getting the frame breaks animated, getting the alternate, cards for the different characters is very awesome in Marvel Snap. But this one here, if anyone knows, you need to finish the arena to get that. Because I did join in, and I think I have to restart now because I lost 2. It's a weird format. But yeah, I would be interested in obviously getting that, so maybe I'll look in that afterwards. Or I don't have any challenges here, so let's just go and hop in the arena. Let's check that out, because I'm highly interested. I'm sure they put something out there. Star Realms Halloween Arena. Is there anything out there about that? I mean, I know they said something. Let's go look at the main page. Trick or treat, it's right here. Get 3 wins. Oh, so you only need 3 wins? Does that have to be 3 in the same run? Because I think I got 2 wins. I think I went 2 and 2. Let's find out. Because obviously I love the Blob Turkey. The Blob Turkey too, that was funny because when they originally released the Blob Turkey avatar for like whatever event it was for, it was only going to be, they said something weird like you could win the avatar but you could only use it for a month or something. It was just something very odd, and I know myself and several others were very vocal about that. Like, that just seems odd. Like, have it be an avatar that you open up that you can always use. That's really weird to have it like only be able to use for a limited time. And they switched it. That's one thing I love about Wise Wizard Games. They work off community feedback. They love community feedback. They will make decisions based on that, you know, assuming it's best for the game. But they will definitely listen to the community. Okay, so we were looking at potential shuttle double Frontier Hawk. So we'll take the treat of the extra trade. Let's buy this Frontier Hawk here. Double Frontier Hawk Blob Miner. We're all about that. So we love Blob Miner. Blob Miner's so good. Rock Dog Lou. He has 0 trophy stars. So the reason I look at that sometimes is just to get a feel for how familiar they may be with the current scenario of whatever arena is. I'm assuming he's going to buy another orbital shuttle, or is he? If he's looking at that patrol boat, I'm all about it. Yeah, that's what I thought. You cannot pass up getting 2 orbital shuttles with a Fred and a swarm cluster out there. Yeah, cool, Jay. Thank you so much. Good luck with that. And thank you so much for the games. Appreciate you hanging out as always. So I think based on this, we're looking at this mobile market. And so we're going to take the trick. And I don't think there's any events in this here. No, so we'll just do play all. There's promos too, which is really weird. Oh, there's a Blob Alpha. Can we get to it? Oh. Dun, dun, dun. So I think we're going to end up scrapping Fred. We're going to go for that Blob Alpha. Even though our opponent has a chance to get Swarm Cluster, we obviously can't let our opponent get Fred. That would be super bad news. Our opponent's got 4, possibly 5 trade, depending if they take the trick or the treat. I really do like that. I like the artwork too that they did with this too. It's very, very cool. Obviously spooky, Halloweenish. I dig that a lot. I am digging this Haunted House Lo-Fi. I don't know if you all are into haunted houses or what your Halloween traditions are. Last weekend, wife, myself, and my son, we went to Okay, so here's what we could do instead. Hear me out. Because even if I grab Blob Alpha, I scrap Fred, our opponent can still get Hive Queen. I'm considering scrapping Blob Alpha, taking the treat, scrapping Blob Alpha, and buying Fred has a chance to keep me alive long enough to counter at least the Hive Queen. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. I'm going to do it. I've got a gut feeling about it. Yeah, I'm just going to roll with it. I'm not going to second guess it too much. So based on this roll here, even if our opponent does score the Hive Queen, we have a lot of damage right here to pick up. So he does hit the 7 damage, or 7 trade for that. We're okay with that. All right, so let's figure out what we want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 right there. Gets me patrol bot, gets me destroyer bot. 6 doesn't really do a whole lot for me, but it would give me light cruiser and destroyer bot, and I've got double Frontier Hawk. I kind of like that better, and I really like the Frontier Hawk with the destroyer bot. So we're gonna take the trade again, which might be. Let's do this. See what comes up. Okay, so let's do that. Let's buy the light cruiser. I think that's going to be our priority purchase. Let's go ahead and get that destroyer bot as well. Even though we're going to miss the shuffle with our base that goes back, with 2 Frontier Hawks and a Fred, hopefully we should be getting some cycling going. There's our challenge from Matt the Cutter. So we'll be attending to that right after this game. Oh, they're going to say that is a... Ooh, that's a catch. That's a Julio catch. They're going to try to screw him out of this too, aren't they? They're going to say hit the ground helped him. There, moves a little bit. No, the ball's not moving though. I don't know. I think he's got it. I think that might hose him on though. Okay, do we start taking the damage out here? We know we're going to get rid of this. We want this light cruiser now for sure. I mean, the same question. Let's take the damage. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Grab that light cruiser there. We're going out now. We're just going to do it. We're going for it. Do we have any shot at getting that swarm cluster? No, unfortunately not. Our opponent does. I think we're going to have to take that out if they don't just outright get it this turn. Might need to grab a refresh on the beverage here. In fact, I will do that. I'll be right back. Alright, thanks for your patience. Appreciate that. Our opponent, it's looking like they might time out, or maybe we're timing out. We don't know it, so we're going to leave. That's something you need to do when you're in real-time games, if it looks like the time's going and nothing's happening. Because sometimes you could be timing out and not even know it. Hey, buddy, we got a little dog in here. Let me move that dog bed over for you. What's up, Ace? No, he's playing. Oh, he was 1-6. Did they take the damage? Why would you do that? You could have got Swarm Cluster. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Okay, well, we're going to take the damage here. We're looking at that Imperial Trader. We're all about it. Do we just want to kill the smaller base now? Since now for sure he can't get it. Let's kill this. Let's scrap from down here. Let's get this. And I think we're done with this blob miner. There we go. Alright, so let's do this up. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, sometimes it looks like your opponent's going to time out. Sometimes there's server issues, and actually you're the one that's timing out and you don't even know it. So always want to double check that. Alright, well, we didn't draw a lot to go with this stuff here, but fortunately, it also means we have a ton of good stuff coming up. So our opponent, I don't think we're in any danger of needing to pop our Fred. I mean, at most, we've got 6, 16, 20, let's say 24. I mean, you know, 28 with like the perfect draw. So we're good to go. That's a good hand, everybody. That's what we like to see. So this is, again, I do like this format, and also I do like the trick-or-treat option. Getting some explosive starts, but also the choices later, taking the damage versus taking the trade. Like their opponent took the trade. I mean, the game's over. Unless he doesn't realize that, maybe. Or they. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do that. There we go. That should be it. Good game. Rock Dog Lou. I don't like to drag it out when you're playing real time, especially in arena. Okay, so you must have to get 3 wins in the same arena to get that. So we'll attend to that later. We're going to go ahead and hop over here to our first challenge from Matt the Cutter, and it is Frontiers, Stellar Allies, Frontier Promos, and Requisition. I like this. I like this a lot. Let's do it up. As most of you know, for the regulars, I don't know if it's not. And why do I not have my phone silence? I don't know why. Let's go ahead and kill that. We got lightsabers going off over here in my ear. There we go. So Matt the Cutter and I do a best 2 out of 3 on our streams, or on my stream. When Matt goes back to streaming, I'm sure we'll continue it there. So this is interesting. Hellfire is a requisition card, so it's cheaper if you have Imperial cards out. But it's good enough on its own to buy at the full asking price. It is so good. It's 5 damage and your opponent discards. If you combo yellow, you can draw and discard. You can get a cycle out of it too. So it is, obviously I'd love to pick it up on the cheap, but I'm not going to pass up that card to get that in there. So here's where we're in a little bit of a pickle. Okay, so now we are definitely an aggro race. Matt is going to deny me the 1 light cruiser. Another light cruiser shows up. I would love to pick up Needle Lancer, love to pick up Crusher, but I've got to take this light cruiser. If you can get light cruiser, oh, and we actually get a 1-drop to flip as well. But light cruiser, especially, so here I'm going to be able to combo this right away. Unfortunately, I don't have any other Imperial in my deck to activate it and make it work, which would be sweet, but just not going to be the case. But that's okay. So let's go ahead and do this here. Now, the other thing cool here is you get to draw and discard, and look at this. Look at this. I draw the repair bot, or the builder bot. So, okay, so now we got some choices here. Needle Lancer is probably the most tempting. It's only 1 less damage than Crusher. Blob Miner lets me get to these type of cards, but I can't pass up Needle Lancer. It's too good. It's gonna combo off all my cards right now. My Machine Cult and my Imperial cards all have abilities. Okay, so this is interesting. Corsair we're not really interested in. Temple Garden we're not super interested in, but honestly it might be the best for our deck. Crusher obviously is good. We're not in green at all though, even though it does more damage, but Temple Guardian will trigger Needle Lancer and trigger Builder Bot. So I am actually going to... Here's the issue too. If I drop a 1-drop that flips up, I want to grab it. But this is a game where the damage race might be so fast that we may need that 1 extra damage. And I'm actually just going to go with that. And if I flip a 1, that's so be it. I did not. So I made a better decision there to get the 1 damage in. As silly as that sounds, but with Matt having more scrap and 1 that's going to work for sure. So he's got a Plasma Bot, which is going to work no matter what, because it's going to get a card from your hand. The other one, the Destroyer Bot, is kind of like our Builder, or our Builder Bot. It only scraps from discard. So if you miss the discard scrap, you don't get a scrap that cycle, and then you're starting to get behind. Alright, so Matt is able to pick up the Crusher, pick up another Scrapper. We'll grab the Captured Outpost for our deck. That is really, really, really good. So here we go. So here's an example. The Needle Lancer is going to combo off the Builder Bot to get me an extra trade, which isn't the biggest thing in the world, but it's definitely not a bad thing either. Alright, so we are still in a damage race. Let's see what our opponent's got going on here. Yeah, it's pure damage. Okay, so 1-2 combo for 3. So I need at least 4. I would maybe like to do 5 trade to get that conversion yard. So 1-2 combo for 3, 4. I'd have to use this for. I can't afford. I have to go pure damage. I'll get rid of 1 damage before I get rid of 4. So here at least I'll be able to pick up that orbital gun platform. We'll be okay with that. I would have really liked to pick up the conversion yard instead. That's unfortunately just not going to happen. And we will keep the builder bot around for another cycle. Alright, that's not bad. I got the Hellfire with the Needle Lancer. So we're going to get double use out of that cycling ability. And I have 3 scouts. So even if Matt drew his light cruiser and made us discard, we'd still be able to make some action happen. Let's cycle through these cards. Yes, there we go. I mean, just a bunch of scouts, which seems bad. It is bad. But we're also getting them out of the way from the next draw to maybe put some cards together like that. So, perfect world, we're going to get the captured outpost and the light cruiser, and we're going to cycle out and pick up our gun platform. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that'd be awesome because then we're going to trigger the combo draw off the light cruiser. We did not. That's okay. We'll just go pure damage here. Get another scrap going. Scrap that. We're going to put our opponent down to 2. And fingers crossed we draw a bunch of damage. More than they can deal with. And I'm thinking that's most likely going to be the case here. That is the case. Murder was the case that they tried to give me. Matt buying stuff there. Being a little cheeky. Alright. Good game, sir. Good game. Swarm Colony. Yeah, it's another requisition. The requisition cards are pretty cool. I mean, obviously, because it's new stuff, but good game, sir. Good game. That was nice and tight. That was obviously a super aggro rush. We both just had to push that with what was presented to us on the board. What? Okay, this is interesting. This is really, really interesting. This is crazy. All these cards are fantastic. All these cards you want to see early for yourself. Not, excuse me, not for your opponent. Now I have some options. I can grab the cargo rocket and the plague pod, which gives me more versatility. But the blob miner again, the 3 trade, the scrap from row, and it scraps itself. It's too good to pass up. I can't do it. What will really determine my course of action here is what Matt's gonna do. Oh my goodness, he just got hooked up. So I've got some choices. I know if I leave Pack Warship out, it's gone. Matt's going to be grabbing it. It is a beast. It's a... Oh, and the Bucks lose again, 27-22, and Brady does not look happy. Anyways, makes me happy. I mean, that's fine, but like, dude, you should have retired 2 years ago. Whatever. Anyways, Hellfire, as we mentioned, is awesome. Either of these trade cards are going to give me stuff for trade. Farm Ship, though. Farm Ship's going to be really nice because it's going to do the cycling. It's going to get me the trade. I'm going Farm Ship. It's still, we're deck 1. We're going into deck 2. Let's see what happens. So this will be super, super interesting to see what happens now. I mean, I have a... Well, he could go Crusher instead now. I don't know. I do not know which way the cutter is going to go. He does grab the crusher. Gets a cargo rocket rewarded out of that. That's pretty freaking awesome. So we are going to kill the pack warship. We're going to buy the Hellfire, even though we're paying full price. We've talked about that. Blockade Runner, we're all about that. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a one drop that we're interested in buying. Frontier Runner, sure, it's going to give us more trade, but it's the type... Oh, my goodness, he's going to get a third cargo rocket. So here's what's going to be annoying, is the cargo rocket... It only gives you the one trade, but it gives you 2 damage and 3 life every time. So that means every deck he's got 3 of those just rolling through, causing you issues. I'm interested in taking the Corsair away from my opponent, even though it's not super great for my deck. It combos for 4 damage. And my opponent has... 3 blue already. They're gonna see it a lot, and it's more trade never hurts. Okay, apparently we're gonna grab a blob miner again. All right, and there's a pack pod for our opponent. We did not want to see that at all. That is not what we wanted to see. All right, let's take a look here, see what's gonna happen. Interesting enough, we're not seeing like big cards come up. Let's go and cycle these 2 out. Let's scrap a spike cluster. Recycle by. I mean, there's like no scrap in this game. Well, he actually has scrap. Not really interested in Temple Guardian. I'll grab the Outland Station. I don't hate it. Another Corsair. So now, oddly enough, we're going to be in the Corsair market. We've got 3 blue cards now, and we have multiple cycling cards. I don't know if I'm in it enough to pick up the Frontier Runner, though. No, I might have to. It's so bad. It's such a bad card. I can't do it. It would be different if I was like scraping to get to like 6 or 7 or 8 trade for like some big card out there. Even then I might question taking it. But we'll see. So Matt takes the Temple Guardian. Interesting. I was not expecting that. All right, so we've got 5 trade here. There's an Ion Station. Again, based on what we're getting to come up here now. Well, there's a Hellfire. Never mind, I was going to buy the Ion Station, but I will grab another Hellfire. Ooh, Warrior Pod. If anything, it's 4 damage. It combos. We've got 2 Blob Miners. We'll keep this Blob Miner around. There we go. We got a Corsair to trigger for a shuffle with it. Lamar Jackson up there trying to jump up. High 5 people. He's a good dude. Man of the people. I like that. Apparently he showed up at some wedding or something like that they were talking about. Like unannounced and came in incognito. 13 damage and a lot of healing for our opponent. Bad news. Bad news for sure. 3, 4, 5 Ion Station. Gain 3 life. Try to stay in the fight. Oop, okay. Well, there you go. Hopefully we can cycle through a lot of starters. Oh man, this is going to be another big hit. We might be dead. Those are trade on, boy. We're not dead. Close. Very close. Farm ship it up. There you go. Cycle. Cycle. Would have been really nice to... Oh, I guess I don't have any more blue. And I'm going to be short to get that trade on Boyaner. Well, we'll grab the mobile market. So that never hurts to have. This thing is so bad. I was talking about this earlier in the stream. I had it in a game. I can't remember who I was playing. And I had, I think, 3 other blue bases and a ship. And I played this thing 2 or 3 times. And it never got me more than 1 life in a card each time. Because it was always by itself. It was just the weirdest thing. So this is going to be controversial. I'm going to pitch these 2 in an attempt to get up to... I mean, he's not going to buy that card, so I don't know if I care about it. Oh, hang on. There we go. Yeah, we're going to buy this guy. These guys can go now. So our opponent has... This is crazy. So we're dead. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're live at 1. But this card is nuts. Pack Pod gets a 5 damage. Come on. I mean, I know we're dead anyways because we're at 1, but at least like give me like a glimmer of hope here. Oh my god, I love my deck so much too. Look at this freaking deck. I love it so much. And it's gonna do nothing for us. There's all the card draw in the world. Alright. Good game, Matt. Good game. That was a brutal loss to lose with that deck, but again, Matt just had all that healing early with the good, cheap, efficient damage. And we just got a little too slow of a start. Alright, so we're going first this time. I mean, this is almost as good of a start as you could ask for. Grabbing yourself a blockade runner and a plasma bot. Only thing that would be better here is if our opponent drew 3 trade, which would still give them shuttle and frontier runner. I guess that's not bad. You know, repair mech would be phenomenal for us. But we'll see what our opponent is able to do. I'm assuming he didn't draw 4. Or he did, and he's still thinking it over. Okay. So he did draw the 4. He's going to take the repair mech. Oh, my... Wow. Wow, come on. Like, and then he gets... their cycle bot with it. That's some craziness. Alright, we're going to grab this Explorer here. Alright. Let's do this. That's a... Yeah, and... Yeah, those rockets, like I said, they're a tough nut because they can do so much. But the fact that they only give you the 1 trade, I think is what kind of can make you gun shy about them sometimes, maybe. But yeah, they're really good, especially when you combo them up like that. Holy smokes! Look at this row. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. So we can buy whatever we want. We will buy a simulator, we'll buy the big scrapper, and we want to see it as much as we can, so we'll get rid of that Explorer. See what happens here. And he's able to come right back with 7 trade, like nothing. I'm going to pitch these 2, just see what happens. Nothing outstanding. Again, we're going to go lean. I don't know if it's going to be the best idea, but it's what I'm thinking about doing. What's worrisome is there's a Pulverizer out there, and there's a 6 and a 7, even a 5, which make it all good. Our opponent has multiple greens as well. So we'll see what our opponent is considering doing here. Opponent does get 7, and they take the base. Interesting. Alright, well, we were going to go damage until that Imperial flagship showed up. So we'll be grabbing that guy. For sure. Again, passing on the Explorer. So that's the problem with I find I get into with Assimilator is using it for trade instead of 8 damage. Every time you do that, you're losing 8 damage. So it's very hard to justify that. Keep applying the beats. Another nice 3 trade card would be nice to pick up. Like a Blob Miner or another Orbital Shuttle would be pretty cool. So Matt is able to get armory out there, so that's bad news. So because he's able to get this stuff going, he's going to be able to start picking up these big cards, which will be annoying for us. Takes Pulverizer over the Infested Moon and still gets rewarded with a Blockade Runner. Like, that is just insane luck. That is crazy. I'd have been hard pressed not to buy that Infested Moon there. I don't know necessarily it's for sure the right answer, but I would be hard pressed. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, so we've got... I am going to pick up this Freight Raft. It's going to give us some good life gain. No, let's get rid of this guy here. And a little bit of trade. And maybe we might need a little bit of that life gain to offset the difference at the end. We'll see. Because Matt is hitting us with some big cards. Gets the Plague Pod with the Hive Queen. I mean, when it rains, it pours. He's not missing on draws. He's not missing on trade row. This is hard to compete with. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's just pitch these two. What? Not pitching. Why am I trying to pitch stuff? Let's grab this Rec Station. Hopefully go for a big finish. So we'll grab that guy as well because of it. Not that big of a hit, but we'll see. Pulverizer for big damage. Alright, I am not going to buy anything out of this. So I'm going to use this guy for damage, scrap there. Then I'm going to cycle these two. Then we're going to scrap that. Did I come up short? I did not. Just because I think I've only done it like once or twice before. We'll assimilate the Hive Queen. Oh my goodness. We are able to pull that off with Exacxies. Matt, can you confirm? Did you have 13 damage in hand? I'm sure you did. I should have looked at your hand before I did lethal. Good game, sir. Good games. That was a heck of a set. That was brutal. Again, I have to imagine Matt had it. Yeah, that was fun. You were not missing there at the end, so I had to feel very fortunate getting the flagship there. I think the flagship is what changed it for me. They gave me a chance there. I was falling behind quickly. And that card, just getting you the 2 draws and the good damage is so good. Good games, so good games for sure. Matt and I will pick this back up again next week. Probably not with the discard. Okay. So maybe you might have been a little light, but still, that was crazy. So, all right, good games for sure. Yeah, let's go. Let's hop back in. Try to get another arena win here. I'm interested to. So I'm guessing again. You've got to get 3 wins in 1 run. Which I wish I would have started doing this earlier this week. So now I have less time, and I have less time to be able to try to do it. Especially with all the leagues and everything I'm playing right now. We'll see. And the new Call of Duty's out. Matt, I don't know if you picked that up. I did actually pick it up. I'm looking forward to starting the campaign. I hear the campaign's pretty crazy. Alright, so Dinosaur, okay, has 1 trophy star. Okay, so let's take a look here. So they are getting themselves a Probot, which is an excellent start. We've got 5 possible trade. I think we will take the treat. Let's grab the orbital shuttle. Ooh, would have rather had that farm ship, but that's okay. I wanted that 3 for the light cruiser. So now, worst case scenario, we're going to get a security craft or a farm ship. And we're okay with that. We're okay with either of those options. I would prefer the farm ship, of course. Especially coming up here turn 1. But we'll see. Alright. Opponent's got the... Ooh, and they take the long... They take the long hauler. Interesting. So now we're going to take the damage. We're going to take that farm ship. And we're gonna ride that to the bank. So hopefully that'll give us the opportunity to pick up Merc Battle Cruiser. Honestly, in this format, I don't hate Warp Gate Cruiser either. Sticking with Warzone, yep. So yeah, the new Warzone, that'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Saw some of the guys play the beta. Funny enough, for Caldera, that's right about when me and my son picked up playing Fortnite no builds a little more regularly. And I didn't play a single match of Caldera that whole time. I got hooked back into, like I said, the Fortnite no builds. Actually been playing, oddly enough, a little bit of WoW again, because I've been playing WoW Classic. And having limited game time on top of it as it is. I'm torn here. I kind of want to grab... Let's do the damage. My issue here is I don't know if I want to get that patrol boat or if I want to grab this. We're going to grab the outpost, even though I think the boat is actually way better. But I want to focus on the yellow because I do have the light cruiser. Kind of work that engine a little bit. But yeah, so I kind of stopped playing Warzone for a little bit. And I was playing that nightly for a long time. So it was an interesting change for sure. All right, so now we're looking at that Merc Battle Cruiser. Digging that. All right, let's pitch actually the Viper. Let's grab the Merc Battle Cruiser and then giving us a 3 for the Destroyer bot. We're all about that. But yeah, the new, usually the main Call of Duties, I think I talked about this before. I don't usually buy them upon release. Maybe sometimes I do. But I do like to buy them to play through the campaigns. I really enjoy them. They're usually very well done. Or sometimes I might buy them if it comes like a combo package or a deal. I saw that. I saw him post that. And actually, I was going to make a comment, and I totally forgot to, asking him if this is just the option to skip the 2-hour setup of playing the actual board game. I want to check here because I have actually more board games than I know of on Steam. I don't think I have access to Analyze. I do not. Okay. But I have Scythe, and I have like all these other games I didn't realize I have because I bought some like bundles, and some of them were board game bundles. I guess I wasn't paying attention. And I've got like, I think Lords of Waterdeep and some other things that I do want to play sometime. We're getting behind here. Let's take the damage. Let's go with the combo. I guess the combo does not matter at all. It really does not matter. None of our cards. Ally. Let's do that. Let's do that. I probably didn't need to grab that builder bot. But yeah, I did see that. We used to play Axis and Allies a fair bit back in the day. And that was always our joke, like, especially if like a bunch of us were hanging out for the weekend. We'd set that up on like a Friday night. So then we could play it Saturday morning. Because there's such a massive setup with the old board game version of it. But I remember it being super fun. I have not played it in probably a good 20 years, I'm imagining. But I do enjoy that they have so many digital ports of all these board games. Talisman is one of my all-time favorite board games, and I've got that on Steam, and I also have it on PlayStation. I think the base version of the game might honestly be cheap, or not cheap, but free. And then I think you just pay for like the expansions. And you can do like all the custom rules and stuff like that, which is cool. And then, as Matt knows, on Board Game Arena, there is just a ton of board games that people have generated on there. And then you always have the stuff like Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia, where people are just making whatever they want. So let's check. Okay, our opponent's going to. Let's make sure we're not timing out. Let's see what our opponent's going to end up doing. So they took the trade. They took Death World. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have a bunch of trade. Again, we're still, I feel like we're still falling a little bit behind. We're going to end up cycling. I'm just going to take the damage. I'm just going to stick to it. Let's go ahead and do the cycle here, which I have to discard that. This could be unfortunate. No, it's not too bad. Okay, so do we want to keep the orbital shuttle? I'm losing 1 damage to be able to pick up the Warp Gate Cruiser. I can draw and discard. Ooh. Yeah, let's just go for the damage. That's not really what I wanted to do, but it'll work. So I can get up to 5 trade, which doesn't really get me what I want. That was a weird turn. That turn did not do anything I actually thought it was going to do. But sometimes that's what happens. I would have liked to pick up that Warp Gate, but that's okay. So these down here, I was gonna say I should have the light cruiser set up for a combo, which is good. Excuse me, pardon me. There we go. All right, let's see what Dino Sour is doing. Let's just again make sure we're not the ones timing out. We're not. Okay. I'd really like to get to these 3 wins and get that avatar. Oddly enough, Seraphina, I'm playing, like I said, in that one league. I ran into her in my last run, and she beat me, and she's already got the avatar. It's like, darn it. All right, let's see if our opponent does scrap the Probot. They do, unfortunately. I was really hoping maybe they wouldn't. I'll take the damage here. Scrap Scout. We're going full, all in. Try to race our opponent. Our opponent's got a lot coming. Oh my god. So 5, 6, 7. Oh, I mean, yeah, they got. They're gonna get. I might be dead. So that's gonna be 13, 17, 19 damage. Plus this guy, which is another... I'm dead. Unless they don't play their card. Yeah, they're still going to get it. That's so disappointing. This is what I run into. Where I feel like I'm good, and then all of a sudden they just explode out for 1 turn. And pull off, 30 some damage. Oh, that's so depressing. And now I've got to get 2 wins before I get 1 more loss. So, I don't know, whatever. We'll get back to that later. We'll still make sure we get that pumpkin avatar, hopefully. Like I said, if you haven't got that, make sure you check that out. Again, it looks like you need to get 3 wins in 1 run. So, we'll see if that's what it actually needs. So, all right, we're just coming up on 11 o'clock here. I think we're going to call it on that. Let's go find ourselves someone to raid. Let's see who is rolling out here and what they're playing this evening. Go say hi to them, show them a little bit of love. I know last night on Double Dub Stream, we raided some Magic EDH players. Let's take a look here. Private Pile is playing Modern Warfare 2 campaign. Let's go ahead and show him some love. Thank you everyone who came out here tonight. and appreciate that so much. So like I said, lots of fun with the requisition. I'm really happy with that. Frank, thank you again so much for the subscription. I appreciate that as well. Everyone else that came out enjoyed the games. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out the replays, and I'll see you guys next week.
I guess I should have gotten rid of my gun because I can't even see with this gun.